Hello, food lovers from around the world, and welcome to my channel. I have an exciting recipe for you today, and that is a super soft sourdough sandwich bread. Why do I say exciting? Because many people are intimidated by baking with sourdough starter and think it is very hard. And that's true to some extent. But today's bread is so easy to make that it won't take you more than 30 minutes hands-on time. It is soft, fluffy, and not overly sour. It is perfect for sandwiches, toasting, or just eating it with some homemade butter like I did. I have the butter recipe on my channel too, and I encourage you to give that one a try as well. I will link the recipe in the description box below. The process begins by feeding the sourdough starter in the morning. We want it to be ready to use in our recipe in the evening. I keep my starter in the fridge until I want to bake with it, and then I feed it. I used very little starter as I wanted it to slowly rise over the day. So, about 35 grams of starter and 200 grams of water. Give it a mix. And then add an equal amount of flour. That means 200 grams as well. I am using just plain all-purpose flour. I want to create extra starter to keep in the fridge for next time. Mix very well until there are no lumps remaining. I put this rubber band around to know the height of the starter in the morning and make sure it doubled in size by evening when I will use it in the recipe. And now we cover it. Here you can see how nicely it rose. That means we are ready to proceed to making the dough. For that we will need bread flour, the starter, salt, room temperature butter, honey or sugar, and water. We mix the flour with the salt and then we add the starter. Followed by the honey or the sugar. And now it is time to knead it. We gradually add the water and let the machine do the hard work. This recipe will give you 2 nice loaves. Don't forget that the exact measurements are in the description box of this video. When all the water has absorbed and we have a shaggy dough, we start adding the butter, giving it time to incorporate. We knead the dough until it is nice and smooth and not sticky anymore. This will give us a soft bread, so give it about 20 minutes of kneading. You can see here that the dough is passing the window pane test, which means it stretches very thinly without tearing. We make it into a bowl. We cover it and then we let it rise at room temperature for 10 to 12 hours. See, so far it didn't take us more than 10 minutes of work. In the morning it should look like this, smooth and doubled in size. We gently take it out of the bowl so we won't completely deflate it. We weigh it and then we divide it into two. If you like baking bread like I do, but you don't have the sourdough starter yet, you can give a try to my other bread recipes which use dry yeast. The top one is a Greek feta cheese rustic bread, and the bottom one is a beginner French bread that doesn't compromise on taste. You will find both recipes in the description box. Okay, back to our current project. We flatten the dough into a square and start rolling it tightly, creating a long log. Then we turn it, flatten it a little bit again, and roll it tightly, pinching the ends nicely. Let's see that one more time, but close up now. Flatten, roll, turn, flatten, and roll again. Pinch, tuck in, and pinch again. All done. We butter the sides of the bread pans so they won't stick. And then we place them seam side down in the pan. We cover them again and allow them to rise at room temperature until they almost reach the top of the pan. About 2 to 4 hours depending on the temperature in your house. Now it is time to bake these beauties at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes or until golden on top. Look at that oven spring halfway there. That's what we want to see. We take them out of the pans as soon as we can so the bottoms won't get soggy and wet from the steam, and we place them on a cooling rack. We butter the tops so they will be shiny and soft and allow them to cool to room temperature before cutting them. If you cut them while hot, they will become gummy and all that work was for nothing. So have patience. Look at their height. Time to cut a nice slice and show you how soft this bread is. It is absolutely perfect, but more so with some nice homemade butter. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for sharing, liking and subscribing, and I will see you again in the next step-by-step video. Bye!